I would say was our best player on our team.
Currently, you're serving as an assistant coach for NS Matrix in Malaysia and also the head coach of the development league. So what are your coaching aspirations and how do you see yourself contributing to the growth of basketball talent in Malaysia?
I feel like it's a gradual process, but I feel like, just the mentality, professionalism, skill work, the approach to the game is everything, in order to, be the things that are the key elements and components that make it great. Fundamentals. I feel like fundamentals can never be, even in the NBA, man, we worked on fundamentals every single day. So I feel like fundamentals is lacking. Even for some of our, older guys, it's like fundamentals need to be a lot more emphasized out here. So I believe we need to get back to that. And eventually just seeing how I can actually bring, some of, my NBA connects over here and see how we can make some connections, some camps, some clinics, bring some pro players over here, host some weekends, host some week tournaments. The sky's the limit. And I love it because, basketball is growing here. And I feel like it's at a really good state of, where it needs to get over the hump. And I believe that, I can help with that in many ways.
That's pretty dope, man. I mean, if you can bring if you can bring in some of the NBA players or coaches to do camp here, wow, that would be perfect.
Yeah, some guest appearances, all of that stuff, man. Just, raise more basketball awareness here, So I'm gonna use my expertise, my relationships, the things that I have, that I've built over these years for my foundation to add value here, So it's many outlets.
You have worked in various international locations including Europe, Asia, South America, Africa, and Southeast Asia. What differences have you observed in basketball development in these regions? And what lesson have you learned from your international experiences?
I think culturally, culturally is so much different over at Asia. When it comes to basketball, education is number one, and not to say that education isn't important in America, but here it's kind of like, okay, even pro players, they still gotta go to school, miss practice, stuff like that. I feel like that was like one of the biggest adjustments for me, because we, in America, we're not missing practice for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It had to be like almost an immersion. And here it's just kind of like, basketball is like it's on the up and up. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say that basketball should be more important than education, but it was definitely kind of like an adjustment for me. Just to see guys miss so much practice because of school, stuff like that. And but I understand it. Guys still have jobs, so they can't make it to practice. And it's all understandable. So it makes it challenging at times when all your players aren't there for practice, but ultimately, we still get it done, understanding it and, still moving with it. We still make it happen.
So, and given your unique perspective, what are your impressions of the Malaysian basketball scene? I mean, are there any emerging talents or developments that you find particularly exciting?
Yeah, it's a lot of guys. It's a lot of players I've seen. We did the international tournament out in Taiwan.
Yep.
The 25 and under Malaysian team, national team. Quite a few talented guys, Ja, of course, Fu, Jin Fu is good. Sharwin, he's going to be pretty good, long as he continues to work. There's a lot of good guys, man. There's some good guys down there with the 17 and under, and they have some great talent. Young Dylan. So it's good. Mei, Yi Hao, those guys are great.
In Matrix, who is the best guys, in your opinion?
I would have to say Yi Hao and Mei.
Okay, I mean in the development league.
Oh, D-League.
Your D-League team.
Ja Hao is our best player so far right now. But Fu's been, he's been, suffering some injuries.
Yep.
I would say Ja Hao is our best player on our team.
Ja Hao for the reverse one-up move by Ja Hao.
All right, he was the MVP, final MVP last year.